Hey, this is Joshua from Interact. Welcome to another edition of Unprovoked. This is where I go through a random B2B SaaS product through our 29-step user onboarding checklist inspection to see how they're doing and hopefully extract some kind of learning opportunity from what they're doing right that we can learn from, or what they're doing wrong that we can also learn from. Today we're talking about a product called Tawk, which is spelled like this. I like the cute parrot. So we're going to, it kind of sounds like a squawk. I think that's cute. So we're going to go through our framework, which includes a discussion on acquisition, activation, retention, and revenue. Let's get started. First area that we're going to talk about is acquisition. So within acquisition, we look at a couple of things: homepage, pricing page, and the account creation process. Those are the three big items inside of acquisition. So let's take a look at this homepage. There's questions I'm asking myself here. So does the product seem to solve the job to be done? In other words, I am a person who has a life, and I want that life to be better. So I'm going to go out and hire a solution to do a job for me. I imagine that the job to be done here is a in-app or on-website chat bot. Maybe a bot, maybe live chat, but some kind of chat situation. What problem am I trying to solve? Well, I want my customers to like me. Certainly, it seems like what the message is here is about customers, not leads, but customers. And so it seems like this is more of a customer support type of product. And indeed, I'm seeing language around support tickets, contacts, help center, empowering customers to help themselves. To empower customers to help themselves, I think of knowledge base and or some kind of bot, AI bot within the chat. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen here. I don't really like monitoring chats, and I like that there's an answer to this problem right up here: to hire an agent for just $1. $1 seems a little bit cheap. I'm not sure what kind of quality $1 an hour is going to get me. However, that's okay. That's just the first impression of that. So I see a job to be done here. Messaging your customers. So I want to message my customers when they need support. That feels like the appropriate job statement for this company. I'm looking at a couple of other things within the homepage. I'm looking for risk mitigation as well as switching costs. So those are actually well addressed, easy to set up. That addresses my switching costs. And free forever, this is risk mitigation. So security is risk mitigation. And then we're going into the actual features here, which may be too soon, but it's nice to see that what I'm really buying here is live chat, ticketing, CRM knowledge base, chat pages, team chat, and more. So above the fold, I like that it's very clear job to be done. Have other people used it? Yes, but I don't believe these. I don't see anyone's name. These literally could be copied and pasted into any other website. There's no source. These I don't trust. And in fact, it kind of cheapens the message. I'd like to actually see somebody's face, or at least a name, or the product that they use the solution for, probably below here. But that's just a personal preference. The other question I'm asking myself is the imagery. Does the imagery clearly show that the job to be done can be done? Well, I'm actually getting a demonstration of the product as we speak. Here is what their chat looks like. And I can start a new conversation. This is nice. They're demonstrating the product. I'm not going to say eating their own dog food, but in a way, yes, I get to see it in action. What we're looking at here are a couple of questions. How fast is it for me to create an account? Is every step necessary? And are there appropriate segmentation questions? So we'll go ahead and get started here. So put in all of the requisite answers to these questions. Okay, those are all entered, and it looks like it was pretty easy to generate that password. Not too many restrictions, and then I'm going to sign up. Don't really, I guess notifications would be appropriate considering it is a chat product, so I'll go ahead and allow that. All right, 4 steps to creating an account. First one is language selection. I'm not sure if it just defaults to American English or if it knows my IP address. It looks like I could actually skip this step, which if it's not technically necessary and there's an option to skip it and it doesn't contribute to segmentation or qualification, I would probably remove it. Somebody can change their language later, and it seems like that's not instrumental in account creation. That's my feedback on this first step. Let's go and create a property. Okay, this last question is widget name. I don't really have any context in which to populate this widget name. Maybe I could call it Bob. I don't know what a widget is yet. You create an automatic generic one for a new user, or at least explain how to think about naming the widget. Could be maybe make a suggestion, general widget, or support widget, or something like that. Otherwise, just default to something basic like first widget or general widget. Okay, 4 steps here. Team members. Okay, it seems like inviting my team is not something I'm inclined to do on a product I haven't tested yet. I get that probably having multiple members inside of your account will help with adoption and retention, but that's muddling up account creation. I'm not ready for this yet. Again, I feel like this stage can be deferred to after I've actually received the promise of value, which is I get to chat with my customers. Well, let me experience a chat first before I take the risk of inviting my team, potentially embarrassing myself or my coworkers. I'm going to skip this. Okay, now we have the install widget. Now, this product will not work without the widget. And like we talked about in other videos of review, this is really the most important step here. Of all of these 3 that I've experienced, this is the most important one. If I don't do this, I will never receive the promised value of this product. A couple of things I do like. One, hover to click to clipboard. I like that. That's nice. I don't have to scroll and copy and paste. I just click. 2, it looks like there's some built-in integrations. That's pretty dope. And then 3, if I don't know how to do any of this, I could just put in my developer. So stand by. I'm going to go ahead and install this widget. My widget is now installed on my website. What I would say is allowing me to mark this as done manually presents the potential opportunity that people actually will not do this most important step and just write it off and click done. So something to be aware of. Okay, we're now moving into the next phase here. So I have an account. That account has been created. Now we're in the activation phase. So what I'm looking for here are the walkthroughs or checklists that I'm going to be presented with. Do I see a very clear happy path, or am I given everything to click on? I'm going to take a look at that. I'm going to look at the UI. I'm going to look at how fast I actually experience this promised value. So sure, I'll take your tour. I like that it's personalized. Hi, Joshua. Welcome to the talk. Okay, I have incoming chats. Great, that's my inbox. Ooh, 11 steps. Typically, we try to keep steps no more than 7, 8, absolute tops 8. 11 steps is very hard to keep people's attention for a tour. If the product requires 11 steps, we would either do 2 tours or guides broken up into a kind of checklist, or really start talking about how to simplify the product. So I'm going to go through these. Yes, notifications, personal settings. This, again, this is showing me everything. And it's in places where I would expect to see it anyways. Using any other product within the last 5 years, I know that this is where my settings are going to be and notifications look like that. So may not be necessary to have these steps. Let's see if we can get into more depth within the product itself. So visitor monitoring, good. Okay, that's new. That's cool. I can monitor visitors. starting to smell value here. Navigation is new, simplified menu. We've got an orphan word, and this is good. Probably not going to read through, looks like 8 bullet points, but I like at least they have icons that relate to the actual navigation. So I think the point is, yes, I can top nav here. Oh, I guess I'm going to go through each of these one at a time. So there's an inbox, contacts, skip to, and then now there's add-ons. We have a range of add-ons. Okay, and this is where the revenue comes in. It really seems like this product is a services business that happens to also have a product, and this is where we have an upsell for VA services. And admin settings is different from user settings. Interesting. Smartphone. Okay, I like this. This is a great way. Probably this company has realized that there's an increased stickiness when the user also has downloaded the mobile app, which is a case for a lot of companies. And I really like using this QR code here that they've generated in order to enforce that. And that concludes the tour. Schedule a call. I wonder how many people actually do this, and if they do, what kind of organizational infrastructure is supporting that. So here I am. Don't know what to do next. The promised value again was talk to customers, message them. So I really feel like there's maybe something missing here. So it's great that there was a tour. The tour was very much about, like, let me show you around, rather than what's the happy path so that I can be onboarded. Onboarded meaning that I have now realized the promised value, which is message my customers. And I feel like I'm not onboarded until I message my customers. That's what was promised. I see a notification here. I'm going to click on it, and I see somebody in India reading a blog post. Okay, that's cool. What can I do about that? Do I now message them? It looks like I can. Okay, so this is really cool. I can go and ping anyone who's on any page in my website and start talking to them. This is the activation. Let's take a look at the welcome emails. So it looks like I did get a welcome email. Let me share it with you. And it was just an email address confirmation. I did not know, this is maybe another disconnect, I needed to do that. I'm in here using the product, already having a chat. Now I'm learning that I actually need to confirm my email address. There could be a disconnect there. I'm not sure how important it is. Let's talk about retention and product adoption. So I think having the mobile app could help with product adoption. Do I see myself using this product on a regular basis? Personally, no. It feels disconnected from my CRM, from other things, but I think that maybe getting an introduction into this as a CRM or an integration could be helpful with retention. Integrations are always helpful with retention. And really seeing this in my workflow. So either assigning this to a teammate or doing this kind of work myself. I kind of want to get a better sense of what a day in life could look like with this. Where's the dashboard? I guess there's a dashboard up here, home, and then revenue. So here I am. Again, this is a services business that happens to have a product. You know, it would be really nice if maybe there was a message here in the left nav that said, need help, overwhelmed, hire customer support, something like that could actually help perhaps monetize this even more. Okay, that's it for my review of Tawk. I think overall it's not a bad experience. I think it's just the account creation. Those 4 steps could be rethought, which could improve account creation rates. So from visitor to account creation is an important rate. And the second rate is, of course, revenue upsell. Also, the definition of onboarded is not clear. The in-app walkthrough was more, let me show you around, rather than what's the fastest way for you to realize the promise that I've made. So those are the main learnings from going through Tawk. Thank you guys so much. I hope this was helpful for you and your product.